Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And we are so honored today to honor the women of Recipe.tv for their Daytime Emmy nomination of A Taste of Ireland. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We're thrilled beyond belief. Yes.
Aww.
And we're so happy to have Katherine here with us, and she's just phenomenal. And it's amazing what we've been doing with this new show with her. And she's been nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
I love it.
So, Katherine, what can you tell us about this show?
So the show is called A Taste of Ireland at Ballynockin Cookery School, which is my home in County Wicklow in Ireland, just south of Dublin. And it is all about celebrating Irish food, because people don't know what Irish food is. Somebody told me years ago, it was a joke, what's the smallest book in the world? An Irish cookbook. Ha ha. I was so offended, as you can imagine. But
That you made your own.
that I made my own. But it's Irish food is about wonderful, raw, natural ingredients. We don't have GMO in Ireland. We have the longest term for the growth of grass in Ireland. Our animals are outside all the time. We get great beef, great lamb, great dairy produce. And this whole show is all about seeing the food being produced and then bringing it to the plate. And I'm very grateful to Recipe.tv and to Carolyn and Lisa Renee Ramirez, our producer, for getting us up and running and getting us on air on TV in the United States.
They certainly were able to capture the magic. Let's take a look at A Taste of Ireland.
I'm Katherine Fulvio, and this is A Taste of Ireland at my cookery school, Ballynockin in County Wicklow.
Shot on location in Ireland.
Press it together and roll it like this in the flour, and then you spin it and flatten it with your hand, because we want to be able to cut our scones out and have as little leftover as possible. So you're going to dip the tops of them only like this in egg, sugar side up. Are they good? It's such a pretty thing to do, isn't it? It actually feels so dainty. I really wanted to showcase some great Irish ingredients, and one in particular, smoked salmon. You can't get more Irish than that. Hi, Alan.
Hello, Katherine. Good to see you again,
Great
kid.
to see you again. Have you good smoked salmon today?
Fantastic smoked salmon. This is our own organic salmon. Would you like to taste?
I'd love to.
It's fresh. You do realise now the price has just gone up.
This world-renowned chef shares classic recipes
This is the ultimate Irish fry.
with her modern twist.
The key ingredient really is Guinness. These are my signature lemon slices. Everybody loves them, in particular me, but then I do have a sweet tooth. These are the kind of things that when I started to make them, when people were checking into our inn or our bed and breakfast, we'd give everybody a cup of tea with a lemon slice. It's about making really good food and enjoying it and having it with friends. Exactly.
Watch A Taste of Ireland, Ballynockin Cookery School on Recipe.tv.
Hi, Kat, how are you?
I love this. So great, you guys. I love that you can come together. You're quite an icon in the industry. You've been in this field for a long time. What was it about this? Tell me a little about yourself and what it was about this show in particular that you wanted to.
Well, I think as we just saw, I'm probably just salivating. I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, like, where's the food? Bring it on. You know, how unfair this is to sit here and watch all of her wonderful creations.
Right.
And she's so outstanding. And Lisa Renee Ramirez, who is our executive producer, she came to us with this idea saying, you know, she wanted to travel the world and that she wanted to do something and create a show with Katherine. And so we trust Lisa Renee. She's outstanding. She's an Emmy Award-winning executive producer. And so we said, go for it. And so we went and allowed her and asked her to just tell us where you want to go. So we went from Paris to Panama, from Rome to Ireland, and Ireland is where Katherine is located. And she said, we're going to do this show with Katherine. And we said, good, go for it. And this is what we have now. We have this beautiful show with Katherine, in which she's just been nominated for a Daytime Emmy.
Fantastic.
Super exciting.
Do you remember when you first fell in love with food?
Oh gosh, yes. I was probably about 3 or 4 years old.
Really? Yeah.
Helping my mum cook in the kitchen. We've always had a bed and breakfast where I am. It's bed and breakfast, I think you might call it inn, I'm not sure. But 50 years we've had a B&B, and my mum started it, and I used to help cook 3 meals a day for our guests. So it was kind of love it or hate it. You know, you're either going to fall in love with the food or go, this is just too much hard work. But I absolutely loved it. And then I worked in marketing for a while after I left college, but then I came back to the family home. I think everybody's heart is always where they grew up, you know. So I came back and I took over the inn, and developed our herb garden, our vegetable garden, soft fruit gardens, all of that, and then opened a cooking school after I did a cooking course.
Right.
Wow.
And I absolutely love it.
And now you're sharing your recipes with viewers nationwide. How has that changed your life?
Oh, it's phenomenal. Back home in Ireland, I have a TV series as well. And it's a chance just to share with people what you love. And I never thought in a million years I would end up with a career on TV.
Really?
No, I started out just showing people what I love.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's what you love that leads you in a direction that you never planned at all. And it's just super, super to hear the feedback from people, and especially from recipe.tv. Like, I'm getting emails every other day going, oh, Katherine, tell me, would that work if I did this with it? And, oh, it's just so lovely.
Yeah.
It's so nice to know that people are engaging and take the time to actually email you with a question or just a word of support even.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
know?
remember the first time you received the phone call or the email and somebody was asking you to do something on TV? Do you remember the first time?
I do. I got a call to do a kind of a screen test for our national broadcaster. I'll never forget it because I was there and they said, do something a bit more unusual. So I was like doing some kind of, because my husband's Sicilian, you see, so I was doing a little Sicilian twist on an Irish dish. I thought that was clever. I thought it was. I didn't think it went as well. And I remember I cried the whole way home.
You thought it went so horribly.
I thought it went so hard. Oh, you just missed your chance now. And it was a long drive home. It was a 3-hour drive home. So, but yeah, but they rang me then about a week later and go, we loved it and we're going to make a show. And I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Isn't that
Love
interesting?
that.
Yeah. It's such fun. It's such fun. But this is my first foray in the United States. You know, what I do at home in Ireland. So I'm thrilled to have this opportunity with Entertainment Studios to, you know, especially share the story about Irish food. Because we all think it's corned beef and cabbage, and it is not. That, I have to tell you now, is not an Irish dish, by the way. I know that, like, sends people into orbit when it comes to St. Patrick's Day, because that's what they normally do for St. Patrick's Day, but it's not Irish.
It's just green beer. That's all we know. That's all we know.
That's not Irish.
So tell us about your studios and tell us a little bit about all the projects and what we can look forward to.
Well, let's see. We started about 25 years ago, Entertainment Studios. We have 8 networks, and Recipe.tv is one of the networks. We have about 41, 42 plus television shows. We have 8 court shows.
Wow.
Every day there's a new addition. I'm losing track. And it's overwhelming, but we have a wonderful team and very well managed. And we recently acquired the Weather Channel.
Wow.
And that was last year sometime. And so as I'm saying, every day there's a new development. It's about, okay, how many shows do we have now? I'll say.
So what other than this show? What are you most excited about?
Well, I'm most excited about Recipe.tv
Yep.
right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And I'm most excited about Katherine.
Yeah.
How could I not be?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Good answer.
Because I feel that food, I've always felt that preparing a meal for family and friends is such a sense of giving and love. And that nothing could be more giving than preparing food.
Amazing. So beautiful.
It comes from the soul, it comes from the heart.
you have been such a leader to, the entertainment industry and entertainment studios. Who has been the biggest inspiration, though, on your life?
Well, let's see. Okay, I would say my son,
Yeah.
Byron.
You must be
Byron
incredibly
Allen,
proud.
yeah, I'm very proud of Byron. He's a really great inspiration. Byron takes all kinds of risks, and there's nothing that he won't take on, and he will just go for it. And I'm very proud of him for taking the challenges that he takes and succeeding so beautifully.
Nice.
So we're both Michigan girls.
That's right.
How did your upbringing help you navigate Hollywood?
Well, I'm not so sure that it prepared me for it.
I'm sure it gave you certain values.
Well, yes, I'd have to think about that. I don't know if one is ever really prepared if there's something that can prepare you for Hollywood. I think that you just jump in and you just like jumping into the deep end, and there again, take a risk and go for it, and you do your very best. And the blessings will come to you.
I love that.
Mm.
So tell us about your book. Obviously, it's about recipes, but tell us a little bit more what they can expect in here.
So this is all recipes from my mother, my grandmother, with a strong farmhouse heritage of food preparation. And it's all ingredients from the farm, lots of imagery from the farm, and it's a lot of how-tos, even how to make your own butter.
Wow, fantastic.
I think I'll leave that to you and just watch recipe.tv. So tell everyone where they can find the show and when they can tune in.
Well, we can find it on our network, recipe.tv.
Mhm.
And you could have to check your local listing and find out exactly what time it would air.
Wonderful.
That's right.
Congratulations again on the
Congratulations, you
nomination.
guys. Yeah.
We look forward to celebrating with you.
Enjoy this weekend
And
for sure.
we are looking forward to celebrating this weekend.
Yeah, we are. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.